Good day, people. Goeiedag, mensen. It says 26 Sunday, July 26. Yeah, so it's 26 2026. And it's July. And it's Sunday. Sondag. Toe gaan ons nog kyk na deze radkas. 404 BA7 4-spoed. 404 BA7 4-speed manual gearbox. So 4-spoed versnellingsbak van 404 sedan. Ek gaan nou stroop en kyk wat is fout met deze. So ek gaan nou kyk wat fout is met deze. We're going to see what is a problem inside of this BA7 4-speed 404 manual gearbox. Universal joint out. I'll clean that one if there is a problem with the universal joint. Now here I'm going to struggle with the shifting of this box. Okay, let's see what's going on further here, close by. I'll be bietjie naderby. Right. Oh my goodness, to get it out now. Good this one. I have to go and get another socket. The ander soksleutel kry vir dit. So I am at half an inch is op. Half ding die opgekap. As hy nou, ander kant. And then this thing. That one. It's going to be some problem. What? It's coming. Good. Now let's see. Oh, there's a pry place. This is off. No rust there. Only oil. Let's see what oil is it. Diff oil. Oh, yeah, 80-90 oil. No good. Not good. Met motorolie. Sommige gebruik outomatiese transmissieolie. So you must use engine oil in it, but some people also use ATF, automatic transmission fluid. There's a 80-90 oil. It's not good. You mustn't use 80-90 oil in these gearboxes. Right. Do the Allen caps quickly. Going to find a socket for that. Yeah. And then I'm going to use this mister. First, see the direction, right? Good, that's good. Now we're going to let it lie down. It even has its brass shim in here, or washer. That's to prevent the oil to go flow out. But it doesn't matter. It's actually good if it smears the lubricates. Smear there's a splines here. The oil is small splines. Okay. Lubricate the splines. Now I'm going to put it down. Gaan dit neer laat lê. Zo. En dan gaan olie vloeien zo op mijn bank. That's going to be good. Right, now I'm doing those bolts inside there quickly. Right, let's see what they're going to do here. One is out. Come on now. A little bit further back. Let's see how can we split it up. Yeah. I mustn't damage the face here. Now I'm going to have a problem. So I'm going to damage something. Something went on there. I don't know what went wrong here. But this here, it's now chamfered inward and it's hooking on the shaft there. So what happened there, or how that this happened, or what caused it, I don't know. Ek weet nie wat dit veroorsaak het nie. Geen idee wat daar aangaan nie. Ek sukkel nou om dit af te kry. After a long time, I found my large screwdrivers. So now I can try to pry it off. This is a problem. Okay, I can get that off. Ek kan dit afkry. Goed. Let's kyk. Change over to 13 socket. Van 11 naar 13. Right. Okay, let's hammer this up. Come on now. Some funny stuff inside there. Grease. That's not a problem. Grease. So what happened is the grease, if you grease this torque tube and the grease around the universal joint, there goes in to the gearbox when the seal is not sealing 100%, and then the grease comes through the side into the gearbox. So that is not too much of a story. That's still good. Okay, now I have to get that out of that bellhousing, die insetrad of as afkry, uitkry daar van die koppelaarbehuising. So let's see what I can do to get that out. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do that, and we have that, and now I can try to get this through this there, that sleeve where the release bearing fits over, daar waar die koppelaar, drukkelaar, ontlassing, drukkelaar sit. Maar dit het die type gewaard, ek weet nie hoekom, wat hier ingegaan het. What happened there, I don't know. So I'm going to force it to hammer it out or whatever. This release bearing fits over that sleeve. Okay, let me see how I can hammer it out. So I have to take it to the blocks there. See those blocks there? Almost there. Okay, so let's go there. And see if I can hammer this out. Almost out, bijna uit. See whether I can hit it out with a broomstick. We kyk of ek met die besemstok kan uitkap. Piece of a broomstick, not a whole broomstick. Okay, that's out. I don't know if you can see what happened there. Now the splines. The splines went through. Okay, now I must ream it with a grinder thingy to make it nice and round again, so that shaft can come through easy. Dat hy makliker kan deurkom hier. So ek moet 'n bietjie grind nou daar so met die boormasjien en 'n dingetjie steen met 'n grinding steen, met 'n grinding stone en 'n drill. Wat jy moet call. I must actually buy a Dremel. That's what I need. The Dremel comes into use very often. So let's head back to the wash there. Hier waar die olie uitgeloop het, vloei het. Daar. And put it down like so. And then I'm going to fetch the pilot shaft, the input shaft. Die inset as kry daar aan die ander kant. So, ons gaan voort met dit eers. see where the shaft now. Let me see what is. Right, 100%, not a problem. So this is now good. Sorry for waiting so long. And the problem is now, look at this. Don't tell me this gearbox is in a very good condition, I think. Ek dink die ratkas is in 'n hele goeie kondisie. En weggegooi deze ratkas. Hy wou nou ek gaan sy naam noem, want julle sal in elk geval nie weet wie hy is nie. I'm going to name him because you won't know him. So David doesn't know anything about cars actually, mechanically. So he thought this thing was scrap. He wanted to scrap all these gearboxes. The 403 gearbox. I don't know what's wrong with it, but I'm not going to fiddle around with it. Maybe there's nothing wrong with it. Miskien is daar ook niks met deze ratkas verkeerd nie. So 403 ratkas. That is a 505 gearbox, 505 B18 5-spoed ratkas. Daar in het synchroniese ring spring in first and second gear, eerste en tweede rad gebreek. En ek het 'n ander goeie tweedehandse ene gehad. I had a second hand spring, a C-shaped spring, and I replaced the thing. Okay, not replaced, it was already deleted itself. So I just fitted my second hand nice spring into this gearbox. It should work with broken teeth and all, because it's a very strong made gearbox. These B18 5-speed gearboxes. So there's a baie sterk ratkas deze. So hy behoort te kan werk met stukkende rattande. As jy die vergelyking kan sien tussen deze BA7 en die BA10 se ratte. Die BA10 se ratte is so breed. It's wide, about this wide, compared to these BA7 gearbox teeth. And the gears are also bigger. This gear is about that size. And the gear on the input gear shaft, that gear is about the size of this bearing here. So it's a big gear, wide gear. So not as narrow as this one. It's a wide gear running on a wide gear here, which is not still even bigger than this one. So jy het heel veel tandkontak. Is van die tande afgebreek of stukke afgebreek, uitgechip. Even with chipped gears in the BA10, it's still stronger than this these BA7 gearboxes when nothing is wrong with it, with the gear teeth. Now the nastiness is, I hope that this is now a disaster, because look at this rust here, there, and I think this is the most expensive bearing, or one of the most expensive. These two bearings are the same, that one and this one in these gearboxes are exactly the same gear bearings, and they are the most expensive bearings you will buy for it because it has a groove in it for the circlip. So these are very expensive bearings. Okay, so there's a laar is nou heel moontlik kapot. Mens kan miskien nog werk so. I loosened the BA7 gear, BA10 gearbox, the 5-speed one, up a little bit. It's a little bit noisy, but I think it should be okay because it's not worth replacing the bearing in that gearbox because of the teeth that's chipped in any case. So it must just run until it's done. So we can see what we can do here because that is now a problem. I don't know if I have spare bearings for a gearbox like this, but other than this, let's see closer. Maybe there is some other problems. Let's see. I must see if this will clutch or do the clutch business here. If I turn this and I force it. Okay, that's going to be a difficult story to test. Let me get this out. Going to go through here. It's going. Oh, it's out. So now I can test it. Take this out. See, that is the reason why they say you mustn't put 1890 oil in these gearboxes. You mustn't fill it up with 1890 or 140 gear oil because of these, because they slip then. And they slip, they burn out. So maybe this is the problem here. There you can see some darkness going on there. And daar. So moenie 80-90 olie in deze radkaste gebruik. We gaan die opvoeter. We're going to mess this thing from us up. Okay, let's see what if this one is okay. Force it to there. No, I you must do this. That's fine. That one is fine. So first and second looks good. So that's good. So first and second, first and second, as synchronous rings, they're good. So it's only the fourth and third, but it's not too bad. It's not as bad as this one. I'll show you this. Let me clean this one off a little bit. Look at this. So if you clutch it into there, okay, let's go to a little bit further back. Now, see, it doesn't do a thing, it just slips. It's gly net over. This one works. See, it has grooves on it. That one doesn't have grooves on it. Zolang daar groewe op is, dan kan hy nog werk. Hy werk deze kant, maar ander kant het werk nie. So, this one had a bad clutch. So they bent the, whatever side this was, third or fourth, out. And then we can go there quickly to the side and we have a look at this, at them, yeah, at this one here too. See, the same with this one. This is now bigger, so it's first and second. So first and second was damaged, also burnt out by a clutch, and the spring also broke. You can see there's only one half of spring left inside there. Now it's too light there, I can't see. Okay, see the in there it stops. So it's broken there, broken off there. Daar afgebreek. So daai spring sit net van deze kant tot daar. Net hier. Daar tot daar. That whole piece there is gone. Nothing. See, no spring there. Bro, gone. So that's why it burnt up, like so. And I think these springs, they break because the people drive them without good functional clutches. Clutch plates are done. Or the clutch hydraulics are done. Something like that. And that's why it's a disaster. In this one here, the spring is still okay, I think. So I can take the spring out and see the condition of it. Maybe we can use the spring. Okay, let me do that quickly. Okay, let's see if I can get it out. I'll just do this. Alright, screw got stuck. Okay, like so. And then I must go and fetch a pointed plier. Right, dat ons gou aan 'n tangetjie kry. Of deze tang. Of deze tang. Wat is het? Kom eens kijken. Right, nou is ek weer daar. En dan kan ek hem tik met die hamerkap. Now I can hammer it again. Come on. It's out. As easy as that. And then we can go take it around. Oh, come on, please. Okay, let's see. Maybe I must hammer that out there. From this side. Seized up to get it out. Yeah. And that is it. Right. So this gearbox also had what? So that was a clutch problem. It burned this one out because the spring is 100%. Nothing wrong with this spring. It's not worn at all. So this gearbox, there was nothing wrong with this gearbox. Well, we fixed this gearbox. We took these out and we replaced the old Semcron unit with two good ones. But this one still had a nice spring in it. But the other one is done. Let's take that one out. So hier is het. Let's kyk of ek hom uitkry. Daar is hy. Ek kan uitkom. Kind of weird. What happened there? I think when this spring slipped out, because of one side it must be like so. That's the right side. So the point must be like so. So what happened here was when the one point came out, now it slipped out, this thing turned, somebody bashed it into gear, and it's all of a sudden went faster, and it jumped out. The spring jumped out, and the side was like so. Oh, it was the wrong way around, that direction. And as this, it doesn't make sense. maybe it slipped out. Yeah, slipped out on this from this side. Okay, this was left behind, so it turned that direction. So this point slipped out and it stood up and it passed into the cluster gear, because that's the only thing that's in the way then. Cluster gear, that cluster gear there, this cluster gear, so it passed onto that cluster gear as it came out, and this point was sticking up and it hooked. Let me see, so back, and it stood up and it hooked onto the cluster gear. Right, so as it hooked onto cluster gear, it bent up and it broke the point off after it bent up. Was bent up, and so it was stuck there. So that was force in it. But the other pieces, where did that go? Okay, that gearbox, the gears were frankly good. Ja, dit was nou goed te ratte. Niks ook gebeur nie. So die ander gedeelte was weg. Maybe it was stuck on the magnet. And this piece was left here. Okay, that is now the story about it. No gear oil, 1890 or 9140 or 8140, whatever it is, in these gearboxes. And make sure your clutch works well. You don't drive it without a clutch. Mustn't jerk the clutch, and you mustn't hammer it into gears because of a clutch dysfunctional. So now I'm going to try to get that clean here, or the wash the oil off of it. The wrong oil must come off of it. Al die olie wat afkom van deze, en daar moet nog skoon maak daar. So ek sê bye bye from this video. So a few hours of work for me left. It was about 27 minutes to disassemble this gearbox from start to finish. 27 minute om het te stroop van aan mekaar tot uit mekaar. Dat die wassery besigheid gaan nou lank neem, and the washing of it is going to take some while. So 27 minutes of stripping the gearbox. And as you've seen, I didn't do it with a fast pace, I just did it normal speed, and I totally stripped the gearbox in 27 minutes. Nou totaal gestroop die hele radkas tot uit mekaar. Sê 30 minute. Want daar die ander ding het vastgesit, dat input shaft was stuck in a bell housing and a clutch housing, so dit moet ek uitgekap het. You smack it out with a hammer and a block. So tot ziens van die video, tot de volgende video. Sê ek dan bye bye, stay safe, bly veilig. Thanks for subscribing, dankie vir inskrywing. Right. Bye bye, tot ziens. So another place you can see when I'd worked a lot is there. Yeah, and the selector comes out of the gearbox at the bottom. It's like this. It should have a lot of play here, an oil leak. leaking out of die olielekkasie sal hier wees en is heel veel geslet. Deze ene het geen slijtage, net roes daar gewees, want het buite gelê, die ding. It only rust there because it was lying outside as for scrap. So deze 'n goeie ratkas vir scrap gewees. It was a very good gearbox for scrap. Because of a clutch maybe. That was a problem, not the gearbox. Dit nie die ratkas se probleem nie, dit was 'n koppelaar probleem gewees. Deze. Dis hoekom hulle die ding uitgegooi het. Hulle het gedag dis 'n ratkas. Hulle ander ratkas ingesit, toe moes in elk geval die koppelaar vervang seker. So they had replaced the gearbox and then they had to replace the clutch too. So it was a clutch problem, yeah, not the gearbox. Let's scrap this gearbox. Don't know why. Maybe they scrapped the car, I don't know what's the reason, but this gearbox, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not even worn, it's a low, very low mileage as I can see. I doubt it if it had done more than 50,000 kilometers. Ek glo nie het meer as 50,000 kilometers gedoen deze ratkas nie. Okay, so dit is nou baie van deze video, tot ziens van deze video. Dit is nou finaal weg. Tot de volgende video, until the next video. So I'm finally signing off this gearbox video. So for the next video, we'll see you again hopefully. Bye. All the grease coming out. Keep on going. Maar aangaan met dit.